on my list. Face your fears. You know, I don't know what challenges you might have in going over the stuff we've been going over in terms of amending your philosophy or going back.
Hey, gang. It took me a few minutes, but I think I got it figured out. If you can see me, go ahead and put a number 1 in the chat. Can you guys see me there? This is how it is when you're using new technology for the first time. Am I playing? Can you see me? I'm twisted?
Well, no, it's just you can see more of you here.
Well, I don't need to see more of me. Can everybody see me?
Then they're going to do. I thought we're gonna do this together.
Let's get one of us on there.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. See me?
Yeah, I can see you.
Oh, all right. Just want to make sure you guys can see me. We're here sitting here dealing with this stuff, trying to figure out this technology. Hey, guys, we're fired up. Today is Z Connect Day, and I'm telling you, first thing I want to tell you is get a pen and paper, get something to write on because there's going to be some notes to be taken. I got some stuff to share with you. As a matter of fact, I'm going to put my glasses on so that you guys can see me. Let's see what's happening here. All right. So yeah, I can see myself now in the screen over there, so I know you guys can see me. So hit me number 1 if you can see and hear me clearly. We want to make sure this new technology is working. This is the first time we've done a watch party. So in the chat, somebody, if you would, go ahead and give us a 1. I'll give it a second for it to catch up. Let's see here. No one's putting a 1 in there yet, so maybe I'm a little bit ahead of everything here. I see some people making faces and laughing and stuff. All right. So, all right. Well, the official Z Connect starts in just a half hour. But before we got on there, I wanted to give you guys a chance to kind of hear our vision. I hope you saw that video that we played just a few minutes ago. Pardon me that I'm looking over to the right. I'm trying to make sure. There it is. I can see that everyone can see me. Great. I wanted to take a few minutes and just kind of talk to you about, 2019. Some of you guys have seen in the chat that I put out there that this is the year of increase. Last year was the year of the open door. This team was established late last year, and we got in the door. Some new folks have joined us as recently as today, but I'm fired up about the fact that 2019 is the year of increase. And it's the year of increase that leads us and positions us for 2020, which is going to be the year of domination. You've seen some things already take place. And one of the things you've seen take place is the fact that we now have this 2.0, this ATM 2.0. And I encourage you, if you haven't gone through and watched those videos in ATM 2.0, that you go ahead and do so. When we first had the first units training, the first units training was good. It got us in the door. It kind of helped us understand how to do this ATM system. But I'm telling you what, this new ATM 2.0, it's step by step. Once you've gone through those videos, I'm telling you, you know exactly what to do to get a new customer. You know exactly what to do to get a new consultant on your team. And you know what you need to do to advance through this business. So I'm excited about you being empowered with that. Now, will there be a learning curve? Absolutely. You know, anything worth doing is worth doing ugly until you can do it pretty. So will you be perfect the first time you ATM someone? Absolutely not. That's not the expectation you should have. Your expectation is that you will be able to plug in, start learning, get the skills, go into action. Even if you have to practice with someone from the standpoint of what you would do with a customer versus what you could do with someone who is a potential consultant. Even if you find someone to practice with so you can get that skill down. Let me tell you guys, the wonderful thing about this is that once you have the skill, you can write your own ticket. Once you have the skill down, you'll be able to do it as many times as you want to with as many people as you want to. You're postured. You know, I think about today and talk about being thankful for what we have in this business. And I'm going to adjust this a little bit up. There we go. Being thankful for what we have in this business. When you start to think about it, it used to be that to have a home-based business meant that you had to, number one, be at some hotel every week in order to successfully build a business. And sometimes that meant travel. That meant paying a fee when you got to the hotel, trying to get people to come to the hotel. I can remember people standing out in front, waiting for someone to be invited. Person no-shows them. All this stuff just to get someone to see what you were doing. That's the way you used to have to build a business. You know, going to major events as recently as a few months ago meant that you had to get a hotel somewhere. It meant that 3, 4, 5 times a year you were flying somewhere, getting a hotel, or driving a long period of time in order to get to an event. Do you understand what this company has done with Z Connect today? Z Connect today is giving us the opportunity to have a major event right here at your home or on your phone if you're out and about. It's awesome. You know, today we were planning on having people over our house here in Columbus, and if you look outside right now, all you see is snow. So that kind of fell through. We were not able to have people over because we wanted people to be home and safe and cocoon like we are. So cocoon getting us great information. But at the same time, it also means that during this time, you're not having to go to a hotel. You're not having to go and travel somewhere. You're able to get the information and inspiration. And that's the reason why we kind of put together this Facebook Live. Hang on a second. I'm going to put this on Do Not Disturb because people are calling through and so forth. I don't want to disrupt the video. All right. Anyway, that's the reason why we wanted to have this Facebook watch party. So just for a few minutes, we could take some of our leaders and jump on here together and just share a few thoughts with you and really encourage you in that way. The other thing I want to let you know is that in the latter part of last year, toward the very end of last year, we started testing a training system to augment what we're doing because we wanted to create an environment. There's an old tenet that if you help people grow, they will grow their business. And we want to put you in an environment where this is really a personal development program with a compensation plan attached. So toward that end, we've partnered up with Ray Higdon and something called Rank Makers. And you'll hear me call it Rank Masters all the time. And here's why. I believe that when you become a part of that training system and you start doing the things he shares in there, you're going to find yourself mastering the rankings. And the more you rank advance, the more money you make. But anyway, one of the things that we've offered to the team now, and it's been a great success, is that once you've gone through the ATM training, ATM 2.0 training, and you put it in and you've taken some action, both to get a customer as well as to get a consultant, we will help you get into Rank Masters for your Rank Makers for your first month, and really see what we're so excited about. The people who are taking advantage of it are loving the experience that they're having with it because, again, it's to help you grow and become more effective. You know, there's 2 billion people on Facebook. How do you effectively find those people? Well, in this training system, you're learning exactly how to find those people, how to tap into that 2 billion people out there and do it in such a way that you can create leads for free. Let me say that again. You create people to talk to for free. That means that you never run out of people to talk to because of the training that you get through this system. So more on that. The first thing you do is get with your person who brought you into the business, get through the ATM 2.0 training. And once you've gotten through that, and you've taken those action steps, then you're ready for this next level of training and increase. So I'm excited about that for you. Next thing I want to talk to you a little bit about is understanding where we are, understanding where we are in our environment. A few weeks ago, it's been about a month ago now, just before the holidays, General Motors announced that they were letting 11,000 people go. 11,000 people lost their jobs right before the end of the year. And the interesting thing about that is that it wasn't just blue-collar workers who lost their jobs. My dad was a blue-collar worker, and it seemed like when the economy started changing, as it has through my lifetime, the first people that got hit real hard were the blue-collar workers. When I was growing up, you hear about things like factory furloughs. You heard about factories shutting down during non-peak periods. You heard about blue-collar workers being displaced through the use of new technology. And that was something that I've kind of heard about throughout my life. Well, what's different now is that technology is now coming for the white-collar workers. Those folks who, did all the things that they said that you need to do to have a successful future, which is go to school, get a good job, stay there, advance through that company. Well, now we're seeing tangibly that not working. And like I said, 11,000 people at General Motors. I just heard this morning about 7,000 people at AT&T that are going to be losing their jobs. And again, these aren't just blue-collar workers, but these are white-collar workers as well. Now, why am I telling you all this? I'm telling you all this because the country... Oh, and let me tell you factor number 3. As you guys know, at the time of this recording, we are currently in a partial government shutdown. Now, this is the longest government shutdown we've had in history. And as a result of that, I think yesterday, which was Friday, for the first time, displaced or furloughed workers missed a paycheck. I saw an article on one of these financial sites that said for the first time, people are now, it's becoming very apparent that over 70% of people are living paycheck to paycheck. Again, 70% of people are living paycheck to paycheck. And what that means is people are looking for answers. That's what all three of these things, be it the General Motors, be it AT&T, be it even the government. It used to be a time where you said, hey, if I had a government job, there was a level of security in that. Well, the only security is in your ability to produce. And if you're not in an environment where you can produce, then you're totally limited. We have the answer. Let me say that again. We have the answer. So my friends, that's the environment we're in now. So as you're learning how to reach out to those people for better health, we haven't even talked about the health condition in our country. But when you start thinking about the health condition in our country and the fact that people are dying because of preventable diseases, being able to have a product that you can put into people's bodies that will help create the environment where the body can heal itself, that's a whole set of opportunities in and of itself. So we're bringing it together, the two biggies, right? We're bringing together health, we're bringing together wealth, and we're creating an environment where people can succeed in both areas. So I hope you're excited about that. That's what today is about. That's what Z Connect is going to be about here in a few minutes. I want to talk to you a little bit about some of the steps, some of the habits that you need to have in order to really maximize your business. But before then, I'm going to see if I can get my beautiful wife on here. And if I can, that'll be awesome. Let's see. All right. This is cool. We're literally learning right in front of you how to do this. All right. If this works, you'll see Angie here in a few minutes, in a couple seconds. So anyway, again, I hope you have your pen and paper ready. Over the course of the next few hours, and what we'll probably do, well, I guess we'll make it a Facebook Live. We'll go ahead and add it to the watch party. Once the Zurvita Z Connect comes live, we'll put it into this watch party, and that way we can watch together, we can comment together, and have a shared experience again from our homes. Guys, do you understand how awesome it is that we have technology that allows us to do this? That we can be in our homes on a snowy day here in Ohio, and I'm looking out the door, out the window, and all you can see here. Let me show you. I don't know if you can see this or not. Can you see that? Oh, all you can see is the white there. Well, that's pretty much it. If you look out there, all you're seeing is snowing coming down. So it's a snowy day in Columbus, Ohio, and I'm sitting here with a few of my best friends in the world, and we're sitting here and we're learning how to get healthier, wealthier, and wiser together. So I love that. Woo. See, I'm getting so excited, the phone's jumping. All right. It's not you, it's me. It's my phone. So anyway, I sent an invite to Angie. She hasn't joined, or at least I haven't seen her on here. No, I don't see her yet. So anyway, well, I'm going to tell you about those habits real quick, and then I'm going to let you guys go. Interestingly enough, in the home-based business industry, there was a death in the family, if you will, this week. A gentleman who was really one of the pioneers of home-based businesses, especially in our profession, passed away. His name was Dexter Yeager. And Dexter Yeager started in a company called Amway years ago. And when he started in that company, he was a beer salesman or something like that. But anyway, he saw the opportunity of a meeting, and and I have so much respect for the folks in Amway. They we stand on their shoulders because they did a lot of things. They brought business to the home, even though they really weren't working from homes. They were in hotels and so forth, or going to other people's homes. But they had a lot of the concepts and created a lot of the framework that now, with the technology we have today, we're able to do it in a way that's so much cooler, so much more attractive, and so much more duplicatable. And what they talked about was 8 steps that they did, 8-step process. That's what he came up with, And a real quick story, I'll tell you his story real quick. He got involved in Amway. He had some initial success. He had a small team, and the team fell away. So he rebuilt it again and had some success again, and then the team fell away. And what he realized is something I said at the beginning of this Facebook Live, that if you build the people can build the business. So he put an effort, he put a structure in place around personal development so that people who joined, regardless of what their background was, if they're willing to be what I always tell someone that they need to be when I first talk to them. Number 1, they have to be someone who's a person of their word. Number 2, they have to be someone who has ambition. Number 3, they have to be someone who's teachable. If they have those 3 things working for them, then my goodness, there's nothing they can't get accomplished through this vehicle. Well, anyway, there was an 8-step process that they put in place. And I'm going to share that 8-step process with you as soon as Angie, who just walked into my office, gets through talking to you. I'll be back, and she will share a few things with you, and then I'm going to share that 8-step process with you. So here's Angie.
Hello, everyone. What a beautiful day. It's snowing outside. It's still a beautiful day, though. All right, so I want to talk to you real quick about something that my husband asked me to share because he was always getting wet when he was drinking his Zeal in the shaker cup. So he would shake it up, just like we all do. Hey, by the way, grab your Zeal. Have you taken it today? You remember you're supposed to take it twice a day. So go ahead and grab your Zeal, and I'll show you a life hack, a little trick about it. All right? All right, so shaking it up. Right? Then, when you go to drink it, usually get some on your face, right? Well, maybe you do, maybe you don't. But that's what was happening to him. It's happened to me, so I kind of figured out what to do. So what I do is, after I shake it, okay, so Tony and I, we make faces and stuff when we shake it up. It's just for fun. All right. So then I tap on the top just to make sure. I even open it up sometimes and do like this, just so it gets all the collected juice or zeal down in there. Then I can drink it just fine. I don't get wet face. So that is our solution for not getting wet face when you're drinking your zeal. Now, Tony and I are going to do a toast with y'all. So, hold up your zeal. Your zeal. Hold it up. And let's drink together. Here's a toast to success in our business, your business, this year. Dink. Here's to you. All right. And here's Tony.
Thanks, babe. Can you tell we're having fun with this? We're fired up about Z Connect. I'm not going to keep you long because we're going to jump right on there and pull in the Zurvita Live. We're going to be going live with Zurvita here in just a couple minutes. So real quick, I promised you the 8 steps. The 8 steps that have been the foundation for every successful home-based business in the history of this industry. So number 1, be your own best customer. And as Angie just said, drink the Zeal. I'll tell you what, if you have vitamins sitting in your house, you just don't get it. The stuff we have in Zeal replaces all that. This should be a blessing to your budget if you're someone who's concerned about their health, because you can get all the nutrients that you need right through the Zeal. It's so funny, when we first get started, one of the first people we talked to is a friend of mine named Jerry, and when we showed this to him, he had a better understanding of all the different ingredients that were in Zeal than we did. And he was excited when he saw the different things and so forth. And the one thing that he noticed, and I totally agree, is that, he was going to HSU or maybe GNC, Whole Foods, to get a lot of the different things that he knew that he needed to have in his body to be healthy. And he looked at it and he saw all those things in Zeal. So what a blessing it is to be able to get it in one place, have it be a health food store in a bottle, and be able to have that and drink that and feel better. So be your own best customer. Drink 2 Zeal a day. I typically take one right in the morning, and then right around midday, when I usually would have had that afternoon slump, I take another one, and it gets me through the rest of the day. Step number 2, develop retail customers. And what you're going to learn through going through the Eunice training is how to develop retail customers. They have a great system in there now where it shows you step by step how to reach out to retail customers. I would encourage you, if you're brand new, because I know we got some brand new people on here, before you reach out to anyone, get through the Eunice training. I say that because there's a right way and a wrong way to do anything. And if you follow the things in the Eunice training, you're doing it the right way. If you have questions on that, check upline, check with Angie and I, check with the person that brought you into the business. We're here to help you, but get the distinctions up from the units on how to reach out and develop retail customers. And gang, I like movies. The Eunice training is not like Mission Impossible. They won't self-destruct after you've watched them. So if you need to go back through the Eunice training a couple of times, or if there's a unit or two that's kind of confusing, feel free. I encourage you to go back. They say that you haven't really picked up a message until you've listened to it 7 times. So unless you've gone through the Eunice training 7 times, there are things that you are still not missing. So I encourage you to go back through that Eunice training. Step number 3, and we talked about personal development before. Step number 3 is be reading a positive book every day. 15 minutes a day, read a positive book. 15 minutes a day minimum. You're going to find out about some good books. If you have a question, check with your coach, your sponsor about what's a good book to be reading. But be reading, be growing. Grow your mind so your mind can fill your pockets. Number 3 is listen to an audio or a video each day. Now, it used to be that meant that you listened to a cassette tape back in the old days, or even before my time, a reel-to-reel, or even a DVD or a CD. Well, nowadays, and one of the things you're going to learn from our advanced training program is that just plugging into a daily video each day, you can get that personal development. And that's going to be something you get, again, as a bonus after you finish your ATM training. And right now, your ATM training is your daily audio visual a day to help you towards your goals and dreams. Next up, expose the business to people. And we have, again, a wonderful system called the ATM system that allows us to reach out and expose the business to people. By the way, that's step number 5. Expose the business to people and do it consistently. Find out what your number is that you want to do consistently. If you're starting out and maybe your consistency point is 1, 2, or 3, be consistent with that. Quick note, write this to the side. 4 things that make a huge difference in your success: persistency, consistency, discipline, and focus. Again, persistency, consistency, discipline, and focus. If you look for your own increase in those 4 things, you're going to find that increase will spill over and you will get results from that. All right? So reach out to people. And again, the units training in the Power of One training group will show you how to effectively reach out to people and use our ATM system to get people exposed to the business. So that's number 5. Number 6, attend all functions. And it's so easy today, isn't it? It's just a matter of staying on here in a few minutes and you'll be at the next major function, which is Z Connect. Fired up. And again, guys, if you've never had to travel to go to a major event, you don't have an appreciation for how cool this is. But to be able to just do it from home. So I encourage you, though, to treat it like a major event and be focused. I encourage you to turn off anything that's going to distract you. Really be here. Be present as we go through the Z Connect. The dog can wait. It's not that long. If you need to grab some snacks, I'll shut this down in a couple minutes and give you guys a break so you can go and grab some snacks and have it available. But really be focused. Have your pen and paper ready and be ready to receive those distinctions, as Tony Robbins talks about, those distinctions that will help you increase and succeed. So that's number 6. Number 7 is association. That's why we started this watch party. We could have waited until 1:30 in Eastern time and just slapped the Facebook Live in all your groups so that your TA groups so that you would know about this. But we really wanted to take a few minutes and kind of pull the leaders together and have this opportunity to share with you and pour into your lives. Association is so key. When you hear about a live that's going on in the Power One training, be there. When you hear about something that's going on in Rank Makers that you can be a part of, engage. Why? Because association, getting around winners. The majority of people around you aren't ambitious. They aren't looking for something. Everybody wants the results of this business, but not everybody is willing to get out of their comfort zone and be teachable and learn how to do the things to get the results of this business. You're among a breed of winners. So take every opportunity you have to get around folks. I mentioned the fact that the next major is in a couple minutes. You can do it from home. But there's one coming up in July where it's going to be like a big homecoming where we could all come together. So when it comes down to that July one, that's in Austin, I believe, in July, set sights now. Start saving now. Put it on your calendar. You're going to hear about it more in the Z Connect. Start that process now so that we can go out there. And I'm going to tell you something that I had never heard this before until the last 6 months. And now I've heard it from multiple different sources. And it's pretty cool. Real quick, write down how much you would like to be making from this business in the next year. Okay, write that down. I'll give you a moment. How much would you like to have coming from this business annually a year from now? All right. I'm going to assume you have that written down. For every $1,000 that you would like to have coming in from your business annually, you need to have one person at that July event. So if you say a year from now, if I could be at the point where I'm making $10,000 a year from this business, set a goal that in July you're going to have 10 people at that event. If your goal is 100,000, then shoot a goal to have 100,000 at that event. And what I want to encourage you to do is reach out to us and let us know what your goals are for having people to that July event. Why? Because we're going to lock arms and help you do that, because we want you to get the results from this business. Now, why is that one person equal $1,000 ratio in place? I don't know all the reasons why, but I believe that one of the reasons is because when you get a person in an environment, they are equipped and inspired in such a way that they can go on and create the business they want to, and that results in increasing your annual income by $1,000. That's what I believe, and it's not only in our business, it's in any business. So keep that in mind. So we got an association. We talked about getting people to the major events. Now the last one is Counsel Upline. And what I mean by that is reach out to us. We've set up these Facebook groups, and your sponsor has set up a Facebook group for you, a private chat where as you're going through the units training, as you have questions, as you're learning how to get your skills in place, there's a place where you can go in and you can quickly ask questions. And I know if your sponsors like me, usually within a short period of time, you get a response. And that's cool, because we have truly then, using technology, locked arms, moving towards your goals and dreams. So those are the 8 steps. Let me go through them again. Number 1, be your own best customer. Number 2, develop some customers. Number 3, expose this business to others. I'm not going in order. Number 4 was read 15 minutes a day. Number 5, listen to a positive audio visual each day. Number 6, associate with other winners. Number 7, attend all major functions, all events. Number 8 is Counsel Upline. Be in touch. You know, most companies, they pay thousands of dollars to get someone to come in and consult on their business. And one of the serendipities of being a part of this team is that you get that for free. Use it, and let's move on. So that's all I have. I want to get you all positioned, give you a couple of minutes to go out and get your snacks together for Z Connect. Is going to get started here in just a couple minutes. We're fired up about you, and I'm so fired up. After this is over, send us a message in our private Facebook chat, the TA group, and let us know what you thought. If you want to put comments in as you're watching the Facebook watch party here, do so. We're going to be fired up and plugged in right alongside you. So again, have a great day, and we're excited about 2019, as I said in that video at the very beginning. We love you guys, and we'll see you on Z Connect. Bye-bye now.